Welcome to Everyday English Podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Everyday English Podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mark. It's so good to have you with us today. Whether you're listening on your commute, at home, or just taking a break, we're happy you're here.
Yes, absolutely. So today we're talking about a very, very common word. It's a tiny word, but it's everywhere in English. It's the word get.
Get. Such a small word, but it can be so confusing for English learners, right?
Right, because get can mean so many different things. It's like a super word. You can get a coffee, you can get sick, you can get to a place. It's everywhere.
Exactly. So in this episode, we're going to break it down. We'll make it simple and clear. We'll talk about the most common ways we use get in everyday conversation.
And why is this important? Well, if you understand get, you will understand a huge part of natural spoken English. Native speakers use it all the time. It's not always very formal, but it's very, very common.
So by the end of this episode, you will get the word get.
Nice one, Mark. I see what you did there. Okay, let's start with the first and most basic meaning. Get often means receive or obtain, to come into possession of something.
Yes, for example, I got a new phone for my birthday. That means I received a new phone.
Or, I need to get some milk from the supermarket. I need to buy it, to obtain it. Let's imagine a short conversation. Mark, pretend you're my colleague.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hi, Mark. Did you get my email?
Oh yes, I got it this morning, thanks.
See? Simple. Did you receive my email? Yes, I received it. But we almost always say get in daily talk. Now, the second big meaning, get can also mean become. We use it a lot with adjectives to talk about a change of state.
This is a really useful one. For example, it's getting dark outside. That means it is becoming dark.
Right. Or I'm getting hungry. I am becoming hungry. Don't get angry. Don't become angry. Let's think of some common ones. Mark, how do you feel when you wait for a bus for a long time on a cold day?
I get cold, and maybe I get impatient.
Perfect. I get cold, I get impatient. Very natural. What about after a long day of work?
I get tired.
Yes. And if you hear some very good news?
Oh, I get very happy.
There you go. So get plus adjective is a fantastic pattern to learn. It's much more common in speech than just saying become.
Now, let's connect to a third meaning. Get is also used for arriving somewhere. We often say get to a place.
Important phrase. How do I get to the station? That means, what is the way to arrive at the station?
Or, what time did you get home last night? What time did you arrive at home? But careful, with home, we often don't use to. We say get home, not get to home.
Good point. It's get to work, get to the park, but get home, get here, get there.
Let's do a mini example. Anna, you're giving me directions.
Sure. To get to the library, go straight for 5 minutes. You'll get to a big supermarket. The library is next to it.
Great, thanks. What time does it close?
It closes at 8 p.m., so if you get there before 7:30, you'll have plenty of time.
Nice. So we had get to the library and get there.
Okay, now for something a little different. Get is used in so many common phrases. These are like little packages of language you should learn together.
Yes, these phrasal verbs or expressions, don't worry about the grammar name. Just learn the phrase. For example, get up.
Get up means to rise from bed or to stand up. I get up at 7 a.m. Please get up from your chair.
Then we have get on and get off. We use these for buses, trains, planes, bicycles.
I get on the bus at Main Street. I get off the bus at Park Avenue.
Not for cars, though. For cars, we say get in the car and get out of the car.
Right, because you go into a car, you go onto a bus. English is funny sometimes.
It really is. Other important phrases. Get together. This means to meet people socially. Let's get together for coffee next week.
Get along with. This means to have a good relationship with someone. I get along with my colleagues very well.
And one of my favorites for learners, I don't get it. That means I don't understand it.
We say that all the time. If someone tells a joke and you don't understand, you can say, "Sorry, I don't get it." Okay, Mark, let's try a little story using different meanings of get. This will help listeners hear how it all works together.
Okay, let's do it.
Yesterday, I got up late. I had to get to work quickly, so I got on the first bus I saw. But I got a text message from my boss. She said, "Don't worry, you can get here at 10 a.m. today." I was so happy, but then the bus stopped. The driver said, "Everyone, please get off this bus." I had to walk, and it started to rain. I was getting very wet and cold. Finally, I got a taxi. I got to work at 9:45. My boss smiled and said, "See, you got here on time."
Wow, Anna had a busy morning, but that's perfect. You heard get used in 6 or 7 different ways, all in a normal little story.
Exactly. It's everywhere. Now, we should talk about some tips and common mistakes. Mark, what's a common tip for learners about get?
My big tip is don't try to translate get directly from your language every time. Instead, learn the whole phrase. Think of get up as one unit that means leave your bed. Think of get cold as one unit that means become cold.
That's excellent advice. Learn the chunks of language. Another tip, in very formal writing, like a business report or university essay, we sometimes use more formal words than get.
Yes, instead of the price got higher in a report, you might write the price increased. Or instead of I got your letter, you might say I received your letter. But for speaking and informal writing, get is perfect and natural.
Now, a common mistake. Learners sometimes forget the to when talking about arrival. They might say, "I need to get the bank," but it should be, "I need to get to the bank," unless you mean you need to literally obtain to buy the bank.
I need to get the bank. Yes, that's very different and very expensive meaning. So remember, get to a place.
Another small mistake is with the past tense. The past tense of get is got. I get a coffee every day. Yesterday, I got a coffee. It's the same for all those meanings we talked about.
Good point. Let's practice that a little. Anna, give me a present tense sentence with get.
Okay, she often gets sick in the winter.
And in the past, last winter,
Last winter, she got sick 3 times.
perfect.
Okay, listeners, let's do a big recap together. We'll go slowly. Repeat after us if you can. It's great practice.
First, get, meaning receive. Repeat after Anna.
I got a nice gift. Did you get my message?
Second, get, meaning become. Repeat after me. It's getting late. Please don't get upset.
Third, get, meaning arrive. What time do you get to work? How do I get to the museum?
Now, some important phrases. Repeat after Anna.
Get up. Get up.
Get on the train.
Get on the train.
Get off the bus.
Get off the bus.
Get along with friends.
Get along with friends.
Get it, meaning understand.
I get it. I don't get it. Wonderful. You're doing great. Now to finish, we want to remind you that using get will make your English sound much more natural and fluent.
Yes, listen for it in movies, in songs, in conversations. You'll hear it all the time now. And try to use one new get phrase this week. Maybe tell a friend, I get up at 7, or let's get together soon.
That's the best way to learn. Use it.
And that's all we have for today's episode of the Everyday English Podcast.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, please let us know.
You can subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. A like or a comment really helps other learners find us too.
We love hearing from you. Tell us, what do you want to get for your birthday? Or what time do you get up? Write your sentences in the comments.
We read every single one. It's so encouraging to see your progress.
Remember, learning English is a journey. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate the small wins.
And most importantly,
Keep practicing your English every day.
have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye for now.